Since late March of 2020, student loan payments here in the United States have been frozen. Basically, everybody in the country, if you want it or not, has been in deferment with absolutely no interest being charged on your student loans. But on October 1st, 2021, just 2.5 months away at this point, those student loan payments come back. The federal deferment ends, interest once again begins accruing, and this country has more than $1.6 trillion collectively in student loan debt that we have to start repaying. At a time when the economy is not back to where it should be, you still have millions of people who are not back to work. We still have a pandemic that, as of right now, is actually getting worse. And that's why Democrats in the Senate, led by Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey, and Tina Smith, are begging the Biden administration to extend the student loan forgiveness period into 2022. That's what we have to do. And I'm sorry, it's not forgiveness, it's deferment. Maybe my mind was somewhere else when I was thinking of student loans and forgiveness. Oh, right, because that's where we should be going with this. Unfortunately, I do understand that these Democratic senators have, most of them at least, been calling for student loan debt forgiveness. That's a big thing with Elizabeth Warren. But right now, the best they can do is get the deferments. And to his credit, by the way, the Biden administration has forgiven several $billion in student loans. But the criteria for who qualifies for that forgiveness that they have doled out is so difficult, basically, that your average everyday student loan borrower wouldn't even come close to qualifying. A lot of it has actually gone to people who were scammed by these for-profit colleges, took out student loans, got a degree that means absolutely nothing. So yeah, that definitely makes sense, but that doesn't do really anything to solve the student loan debt crisis. Now, I have heard conflicting reports from people involved, people much smarter than me, some who say, yes, Joe Biden can eliminate student loan debt with the stroke of a pen, others who actually work on student loan forgiveness initiatives have reached out to me personally and said, hey, listen, no, he cannot erase student loan debt with the stroke of a pen. It's not something he can do via executive order. He can do some of it that way, but not all of it. So we're in a bit of an area where I think a lot of people don't quite understand how student loan debt forgiveness would work or could work. So the best possible way to do it would be, in fact, for Congress to pass legislation forgiving all student loan debt. That way, there's no questions. Biden should be out there pushing for more of this, which unfortunately he is not. It was a campaign promise. It is a promise that unfortunately he is not keeping, certainly not to the degree he said he was keeping. And we have to do something about this, folks. $1.6 trillion. In fact, I think it's actually $1.7 trillion. And it's holding people back. It's stifling economic growth. When you have people that have to pay $200, $300, $400 or more $100 each month just to pay back a student loan, that's money that's not actually going into the economy. That's money that they're not using to go buy a new car and make car payments, to maybe put towards rent, to put towards buying food, hell, to put towards going out to eat at Applebee's a couple times a month. Instead, it's going to banks, and it's doing absolutely nothing for the economy. An extension of the forbearance deferment period would be wonderful. And then it needs to keep being extended till student loan debt gets forgiven. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.